Hello, I'm Madeline Bennett and welcome to this video review of the iPhone 5. So as you can see, the first thing you'll notice about the latest iPhone model is that it's longer and thinner than the previous version. It is 124mm high by 59mm across by only 7.6mm wide, so a nice thin model. It means that the weight has been brought down to only 112 grams, so it is really nice and light and to hold in the hand. Around the edge of the iPhone 5, only one thing has changed, a couple of things have changed. So you've still got the power on and off button on the top, and then moving around here, still the volume controls on one side, and then we've still got the SIM slot on the other side. Worth pointing out that this has changed from a micro SIM to a nano SIM, which means anyone wanting to upgrade from the iPhone 4 or 4S will need to get a new type of SIM card from their operator. But where we find the biggest changes is on the bottom of the iPhone 5. On the left here, you'll see the headphone jack. That used to be on the top of the iPhone, so it's now moved to the bottom of the model. This could be a bit strange when if you're trying to listen to music or and then put that back into your bag or your pocket and have to have it upside down, but not really that much of a problem. In the middle here, you'll see a new 8-pin connector dock. So Apple has shrunk this down from the previous 32-pin charging unit. And this was again to help it get a thinner and lighter model for the iPhone 5. Not really a major problem, but so here is the connector. So as you can see, the advantage of this is you can use it both ways round. You used to be able to only plug it in one way, but now you can plug it in either way for the charging. It's still USB. But for iPhone 4S users, it means that you won't be able to use the same connecting docks for your iPad and iPhone anymore. Okay, moving on, the screen on the iPhone 5, as you can see, it's really nice, clear, bright screen with really vibrant colours. This is a 1136 times 640 pixel screen. It's 16:9 aspect ratio. So what that means is that you'll be able to watch proper widescreen videos in their normal format without having any black bars running along the side of them. I'll see if I can bring up a video here to show you. So if we look for, there we go, and we'll wait for this to load up. As you can see, the images on the screen are really clear and vibrant. It might not load up because our wireless network here isn't great, so we'll try that again later. But so images are really clear and vibrant. If I bring up image here, as you can see, the colours are great. You can see loads of detail here. When you zoom in, no pixelation, no fuzziness, so a really excellent camera. And a couple of additions on the camera. You've now got the option to take a panorama shot. So this means where you can actually scroll the phone round up to 270 degrees to get a widescreen image. So this is great if you're going away and want to take scenery pictures. And the other new feature is if you're filming, you'll notice a new camera icon appears in the bottom right hand side of the screen, and that means that you can take a still image during the filming process. So again, another new addition here. That's really a couple of features that were already available on the Android platform that Apple has now brought to the iPhone. Also, another change, there's now an A6 dual-core processor. Apple says this makes it up to twice the speed for playing games and doing web browsing. We were always quite impressed with the previous A5 processor on the iPhone 4S, so we haven't noticed a huge speed difference, but we've only been using this for a few days, so maybe that will come over time. Another thing to mention is the new headphones. As we say, the headphone jack has moved, and Apple has finally done a big overhaul on the design of the headphones. So we now have, if I can show you, earbuds. So these earbuds, as you can see, they're rounded and curved and shaped much more comfortably to fit in the ear, as opposed to the previous circular ones. I've been using them and I can say they're much better and work much closer to the noise cancellation type of headphones. So when you're listening to them, you cut out a lot of the background noise and get more of the audio that you want. So a really good move there from Apple on the headphone front. As you can see, the screen with the taller format of the iPhone 5, you get a bigger screen. We've now got a 4-inch screen on the iPhone 5, and this has allowed an extra row of application icons to be included on each home screen, so you now have 6 rather than the previous 5. The battery on the iPhone 5 has been fine. It's pretty much standard for an average smartphone now. We managed to watch about 2 or 3 hours of video, listen to about an hour or so of music, use it for a couple of hours for general web browsing and emailing and some text messages and phone calls, and that was pretty much the 100% of the battery used up. So from turning it on one morning, we woke up the next morning to have about 10% left. So you'll need to charge it up each evening, but as we say, pretty standard now for a smartphone. And on to the another big change here is that it's running iOS 6, the latest version of Apple's mobile platform. There's no really major additions here. Safari has been slightly improved, but the one big headline news is that the Google Maps has disappeared, and we're now left with Apple Maps, which has not been very well received, and it is pretty poor at the moment. It works okay in sort of built up areas like central London. It will recognise the basic street names, but we've found that it hasn't been able to direct us to Covent Garden, to the Strand, and we're actually down in Cornwall trying to use this and trying to get directions to a couple of places there. And for example, a place, Chapel Porth on the North Coast, and as you can see, it's just directions not available. And this was quite a common occurrence when we've been trying to use the maps. Although just earlier on Friday this week, Tim Cook, the Apple CEO, has come out to apologise for that now and say that they are trying to improve things. And this is a 64 gig version of the iPhone 5, which retails at £699. It starts from £529 for the 16 gig version, and it's also available at 32 gig. And another key point to mention is that it will support 4G when Everything Everywhere finally rolls that out, hopefully from early in October in the UK. Thank you for watching.